Hi, my name is Lage, and this is Sobat, where we talk about social sustainability. Thank you for joining me today. So, most of my videos so far have been about the global solidarity tax that I have put on my own monthly expenses, my luxury expenses. And if you want to know more about that, I've put a video link down in the description box. In this video, I would like to dig a bit more deeper into the reasons behind why I'm doing this global solidarity tax. Yeah, so let's have a look at it. So first of all, I'm not making these videos to make myself seem more important or more valuable or whatever than any other person in this universe or on this planet. I'm making these videos because I came up with this idea almost a year ago now. I started thinking, it was around the time where I started having a more stable income. I've always had a dream that when I had more money, I would give away more money, to causes that I believe in. And at the same time, I have a big interest in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I see them, well, most parts, mostly along the way, I see them as keys to solving some of the most acute crises that we're facing in the world today. Inequalities, poverty, discrimination, which are also within the field of inequalities, climate change, all of these things that are not making the world a better place. They're making the world a harder place to live in. So yeah, I just started having these ideas about what if I started giving 10% of whatever I spend on takeaway to the organization under the World Food Program called Share the Meal, where you can donate whatever amount you want to people getting meals. So I decided to do that whenever I gone out to eat with friends or had takeaway at my home or whatever. I would give a little bit back to people that did not have access to the same levels of security as myself in terms of eating and having a fridge filled with food and having a secure, stable income. And these people were also often in crisis situations. So last year, for instance, I also gave through Share the Meal to Ukraine, Palestine, maybe Afghanistan, Africa, Horn of Africa. I think a lot of these places that are in acute crisis, where people are in need of having their most basic needs met, including eating. And it's a terrible, terrible world that we live in, that we have some people that are billionaires upon billionaires, and then we have some people that are not able to feed themselves and their families. So yeah, I started doing that around March, and in May, when I finally got my own life situation sorted out, I started having a stable income each month. I just decided that I would spread it out a bit more, that it would not only be 10% of my takeaway, it would be 10% of all of the extra expenses I had, like going to a concert, cinema, whatever extra expenses I had that were pure joy, nice experiences, but not things that I needed in order to survive and to secure my own survival, like making money to pay rent and food and transportation to and from work, all of these things. So that's how it started. So I just connected to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, at least the ones that are focused on social issues. And it's not because I don't feel strongly about climate change or the need for, sustainability revolution in that sense as well. I call this social sustainability because I think that there's also a need to focus on this part. And it's not that I'm disregarding the connection between the goals that are climate focused and the goals that are human focused. It's just that, this has always been my sort of main focus on people and human relationships and inequalities, all these things. So it's the Sustainable Development Goals 1 to 5, number 8, and number 10, and number 16. If you don't know what they're all about, I'm going to create more videos where I go deeper into explaining each of them and why we need them and what we can do, each of us, to support our positive development in the world. Another reason why I've chosen to do this, and I hope this doesn't come across as being biased or like blind. I'm doing it because I can. And I also know that supporting certain organizations is, like asserting the position of power that I'm in. And I just want to say that is not my intention. My intention is to support development in the world towards equality, inclusion, love, non-discrimination, peace, all of the things that I believe in and that I feel are at the core of what we are as human beings. We're loving and compassionate souls, and sometimes there are circumstances that disconnects us from our inner truths. So yeah, I do have a certain position of power. I have a lot of privileges. It doesn't mean that my life has been like floating on the sky or whatever. It has not necessarily been easy all the time. No one's life is. But I have always been passionate about doing what I can to support people that are in different life circumstances than me. So it also came very naturally to me to have this idea and to try and implement it as much as possible. So yeah, this is why I started taxing myself. This is why I created a global solidarity tax. And it's not that I want other people to necessarily do the same, but I still hope it can be maybe of some kind of inspiration. And if it's only for 1 or 2 people, then I still feel like my job has been well done. And I yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me to do this, because this kind of tax does not exist, but I think it should. I think that a lot of the way the world is structured was, built on people exploiting other people, but it doesn't have to be that way. I think that we are all better off if the world was built on people helping other people. It makes us happier, it makes them happier, it makes everyone's lives better. Yeah, this video turned out to be a little bit longer than I had planned on, but I hope that my explanation makes sense to you. Why I decided to start taxing myself last year, and why I'm continuing to do so for the future. And I will continue to make these videos where I explain where my global celebrities tax went, and yeah, just talking more about social sustainability. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to hang around. I'm so happy that you joined me today, and I send you peace and love.